closing out a very important cycle in my life. And I actually wanted to write some things down because it's important to release certain things from your life when you're ready to move on. At least that's how I see it. And that's something that I'm ready to do. So I wanted to write down a few things that I forgive to the person that raised me so that I can move on with my life and put these things behind me. So I wanted to say to the person who raised me, I forgive you. I forgive you for treating me like an outsider. I forgive you for never being there for my significant moments in my life. I forgive you for not being there or even coming to visit my kids when they were born. I forgive you for not attending either of my wedding days and not even meeting my first husband at all throughout 3 years of marriage. I forgive you for treating my kids like outsiders, allowing your other grandkids to fly from New York to Georgia every summer and to stay with you, yet we live 35 minutes from you and you can never find time for them. I forgive you for that. I forgive you for me having to make up excuses to them as to why they can never come to your house. And I only did that to spare their feelings. I forgive you for never including me with any family vacations. And the only time that I was ever invited was when you guys needed a driver. I forgive you for allowing the man that you brought into our home and our lives to prey on me, and then you ran around telling everyone that I was lying just to save your reputation. I forgive you for causing division with my so-called siblings by always talking behind our backs to each other and turning us on each other. I forgive you for putting your grandkids through private school and always getting them the very best of everything. You are a good grandparent to them, I'll give you that. But unfortunately, you did nothing for my kids. I forgive you for instead of being supportive through my tough times, you made fun of me, calling me crazy and calling me an alcoholic. I forgive you for hating me with so much passion that you rallied and collaborated with people and tried to take my freedom in my life. I forgive you for all the spell work and rituals that you perform behind the scenes and behind closed doors, hoping that it will land me in a mental asylum, jail, or the morgue. I forgive you for laughing and mocking me for living in poverty while you lived in abundance or finances that wasn't even yours. I forgive you for not giving me and my kids a place to stay when we moved out, even though you had a full empty bottom floor and multiple empty rooms on the top floor. I forgive you for not coming to check on us, not even once, while we had to live in an extended stay hotel for 7 months. I forgive you for not showing up on Thanksgiving while we was in that hotel, where I cooked a full Thanksgiving meal, minus the turkey, where I almost passed out from exhaustion because I worked 12 hours that day, and then having to cook all that food on only 2 burners, and you didn't even show up or call. I forgive you for never coming over to welcome my son home when he came home on leave from the military, but getting angry with him because he said no when you asked him to drive you to your other grandkids' college to pick him up so that he can come to your house for the summer. I forgive you for treating me and your older daughter like we were in the way once you and the predator had a child together, and it was almost as if we were messing up you guys' perfect family. I forgive you for never acknowledging my accomplishments, yet you were there for your other daughter's everything. You may feel as if I've never had accomplishments, but I have. And they may not be ground shaking, but they were my accomplishments. Every degree that I've gotten, every certification that I've gotten, starting my own business. I can go on, but I forgive you. I forgive you for taking my income tax checks while I was in the Navy and cashing them without my permission to use it to pay for your older daughter's rent. I forgive you for sending me $500 one time. $500. Which actually I used to buy 5 pairs of shoes for my son. And I actually thought you cared during that time. But I just didn't know that at the time you came into a lot of money that, again, wasn't even yours to begin with, but you gave me $500. I forgive you for that. I forgive you for calling all of my friends hood rats and whores, but somehow they became good people once your weird oldest daughter made it her life's mission to take my so-called friends as her own. I forgive you for degrading both of my ex-husbands, calling them alcoholics and losers, and especially the last ex-husband, who you made sure to make me feel like crap, saying all he knows how to do is make kids that he doesn't take care of and put his hands on women, instead of being there for me and helping me through those situations. I forgive you for assuring me that I was doing the right thing by divorcing my last ex-husband, because according to you, he was dragging me down, and me and my kids, we were better off without him. Yet you somehow formed a bonded relationship with him, even in this very moment. I forgive you for that. I forgive you for keeping my Navy boot camp graduation book that I've asked you for hundreds of times, but to be spiteful, you refused to give it to me. It was difficult, but I forgive you for that. I forgive you for never doing my hair when I was a little girl, and I was out here looking crazy, getting teased at school. I know I was tender-headed, but you were supposed to be my guardian, and it was up to you to take care of my appearance. Instead, you made fun of me, just like they did at school. I forgive you for all the things that you are currently doing behind the scenes to bring some kind of end to me. For rallying up old exes, old friends, my children, and anyone else who ever meant something to me, just to come against me for your own personal gain. Greed. I forgive you. But not for you, for me, because now I can let these things go, and now I face them and I can release them. I say it with a smile on my face. I am healed. Healed from those traumas, healed from those wrongdoings, healed from the lies, healed from the attacks. I break the chains right here and right now. I drop these burdens, and that's why I forgive you. I forgive you because these things no longer have a hold on me. I am free to move on. I forgive you. Now listen, guys, we all have been through a lot of things in our lives, and some of these things we have it buried so deep inside that we struggle with forgiving ourselves and we struggle with forgiving other people. But the longer it takes us to forgive ourselves and to forgive other people, we'll never heal from these things. We just won't. That's just my opinion. I would love for anyone to be inspired for their own sake. Sit down somewhere. Write down the things that you forgive people for. The toughest things that you've buried. The toughest things that you struggle to deal with. The toughest things that you struggle to heal from. Write them down. Write them down. Say them out loud. Say it to the person if you need to. Do whatever it is you need to do for you so you can move forward. But I really do suggest that everyone who's suffering from any kind of traumas to write those things down, say it out loud, and after that, release it. Let it go. Release it from having any kind of hold on you. Release it from getting in the way of your progress. Release it from getting in the way of your growth. And most importantly, release it from getting in the way of your healing. I'll say it 1,000,000 times. We deserve to heal. We deserve to heal. We do not deserve to sit in misery and just bury things for the sake of someone else's reputation. It's not about spite. It's not about back and forth. It's not about any of that stuff. It's about you. It's about your personal healing. And you have the right to heal. Because I can guarantee you one thing. Once this is behind me, which is right here and right now, I won't have to deal with these things anymore. These things will never have a hold on me ever again. I have accepted these things. I have faced these things. I have sat with these things. And now I choose to release these things. I choose to release it. The life that I'm trying to live now, these things just don't have a place in my life. It just does not. It is way too low vibrational. And I just won't allow anything low vibrational to drag down my high vibrations. I just won't allow it. So please, guys, love yourself. Love yourself so passionately that you find it in your heart to forgive those who have done the worst things to you. Forgive those who have done things that you struggle to forgive them for. Forgive them. Not for them, but for you. Forgive them for you. So you can release it. You can live a better life. That's what I'm trying to do. That's what I am doing. And I want that for everyone. I want everyone to live a better life. I want everyone to move forward and leave the traumas behind. I would love that for everyone. Now, we all do face traumas, but we do not have to let these traumas run our life. We can release them. Now, I'm not saying you have to do it this way, because this is just my way. This is just the way that's working for me. But figure out what way works for you and do it, because you deserve it. We're not crazy. If we face our traumas, if we learn to forgive anyone who's done things to us, if we face those things one at a time and then release those things out of our lives, release it. Because the way I see it, we have to release it in order to make room for new, better energies, new, better memories. That's what I'm doing. I'm letting these things go. It's just like a computer. You have to free up some space. So I'm letting these things go because I'm opening the doors for new memories, a new life. And there's just no place for this low vibrational stuff anymore. So I release it with love and I move forward. And I'm not crazy for that. And if you even consider doing something like this for your own sake, then neither are you.